But but yeah, I mean, going on to the Lamborghini actually, who do you think it is?
A lot of people are saying it's Sideswipe, but I don't think they're bringing back anybody else other than Optimus and Bumblebee. So I'm gonna go and say it is, considering it is an Autobot. Um, man,
As far as we
that's
know, as far as we know, it's an Autobot.
okay. I'm gonna say that it is either one of two guys. Okay, it's either Hot Rod or it's gonna be uh Tracks. Either Tracks or Hot Rod.
Oh, you're going with Trax? I considered Trax, and I thought, I thought maybe Trax. I've gone with Smokescreen,
Oh,
but
that's a good one.
it's
That's a good one.
I think Michael Bay would go out. He would put the effort in and put
Actually,
the 38s.
I think that it's more likely to be Smokescreen than my two choices because it there is there's like a paint, it's called Smoke, okay,
Yeah,
and the color of the Lamborghini is actually very close to that.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's something that Michael Bay would put. He
yeah,
made that specifically for that.
yeah. It could be Smokescreen. That's a very good choice, actually. Very good guess.
I don't know. I would think that I don't know. Well, this is like the live action universe anyway, but I would think that Michael Bay would push the boat to get the 38s on the side because that is Smokescreen. That's his thing.
Oh, I don't know if he's gonna mess with the paint job. The
I don't.
Lamborghini does look pretty nice.
I don't. It looks absolutely brilliant. Um, I don't. If he's not going to put the 38s on, I think what went through his mind then was I'm just gonna annoy a few more G1 fans.
Or he could just put it on the freaking license plate, which I don't think we've seen yet.
That would actually be really cool.
Yeah,
That'd be a good idea. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so who do you think that Sonic Rally car is then?
The Sonic Rally car is nobody.
Is it? I
it's
don't.
it's not an Autobot. It's not Decepticon. It's just Jack Rayner's car. I think it's Jack Rayner's car that he starts off with at the beginning of the movie, and that's the car that he drives to evade Decepticons.
Yeah, it makes sense. We've heard that he's going to be a race car driver. It makes sense for him to have a race car, obviously. Uh, so I've had my theories. I thought it might be Tailgate if it is, but it doesn't look like it will be a Transformer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It hasn't got that
It's
look.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just totally heavily modified, and it looks like it's got all that sponsorship on it, and it just doesn't look like it would be something that would transform. So I don't think it's an Autobot at all.
And as well, to be honest, there was some on-set pictures that went online yesterday. We actually saw some pics of the interior of the car. Now we never see that if it's going to be a Transformer, because they've got no there's no reason to show us that.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
if it's a racing car that someone's going to be driving, then we'll see them driving. Well, we will see the interior, so there's more evidence towards that then.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't. Yeah, I think that I truly believe it's not an Autobot.
No, it would be a surprise if it is.
If it is, though, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, it would be it genuinely be a nice surprise. I hope we don't see if it's going to be an Autobot or a Decepticon. I hope we don't see what it is until the movie, because then I think that'll be a really big surprise for a lot
Yeah,
of fans.
if it is an Autobot, I hope they don't show it in like
Trailers.
concept photos or character photos.
Yeah,
I really don't want to be spoiled like that.
it's well going. I think this is the final Autobot. I guess I'm gonna guess Autobot. We do not know. Who is the Rusty Truck?
Rusty Truck is
It's G1 Prime.
I'm just gonna say it could be Scourge, Motormaster, or Grimlock.
Yeah, I'm getting a Grimlock feel off it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to say I'm not sure because then we saw the flames on it. So
Here's the thing. I don't think the flames mean anything. Just because the vehicle is very dirty and rusty, and I think Michael Bay wanted to show us that this is a dirty and rusty truck, and it is just something that it represents something. The dirt and the rust and the old look of it, it means something. It means that it could be a Decepticon because, well, Megatron was an old and rusty oil tanker truck, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it also could be Grimlock because maybe it, Grimlock, of course, never was a vehicle in G1, but he was also never a really shiny car or just a shiny looking alt mode, right?
Yeah.
He's a beast, right?
Yeah.
And that truck looks like a beast because it's all dirty and all that stuff. So
The color scheme, if it is Grimlock as well, it seems like it would fit Grimlock in the movieverse.
yeah. Now I have a question for you. How do you feel if this robot, I mean this truck was Grimlock but did not have a robot mode? It goes straight to beast mode, which is dinosaur mode.
I would prefer it, to be honest. I'd rather him have a Dinobot mode more than a robot mode. Obviously, I would prefer it if he had a Dinobot and then a robot. But obviously, this is a live action universe, and if he went from vehicle to
Like beast mode.
that would be insane. I mean, you could just imagine them doing like, say, for like the highway chase in Dark of the Moon. Say you've got that. Well, prime example was how the Dreads did it. Hatchet, he was like a beast, and he didn't have a robot mode, and he just went straight from driving into the beast mode and then chasing them down, and that was cool.
That was cool. See, I think they can actually pull it off if they do it that way. I don't think that you have to make him a triple changer. I think that they can totally pull it off just going straight from vehicle while the vehicle is still driving, transforms while in motion, and then into like he's going on all fours. Just like an animal. That would be cool.
Yeah, it's definitely it. Well, like I said, they've done it before in Dark of the Moon, so they could definitely do it again. And I'd be all for that. I think the Michael Bay's problem with Dinobots, I think he said it before Dark of the Moon, is they're not in disguise anymore. If you're a giant robotic dinosaur.
Yeah, it defeats the purpose of the concept of robots in disguise. Now, I think that initially Michael Bay thought the Dinobots were dumb, which because how can he apply this to the real world? But now on the fourth movie, now that he has a lot more time to understand, or research more about Transformers, I think that he could find a way to make it apply to his universe. So I think it could work.
Yeah, it's definitely, especially the fact that like the entire world knows now of their existence.
Yeah.
The whole disguise matter, it's still there, but it's not as important as it was before because everyone knows now. But I mean, if it is an Autobot, it's, like I said, it still could be a Decepticon. We don't know. I think you're onto something with the Nemesis Prime thing.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, because I think that really could work, and if it is human built, which I've heard rumored, that'd interest me.
Mhm.
It's but I don't know. You know what? It might not be anything. I speculated when I was doing the Dark of the Moon updates who that. Do you remember that bank truck with the Decepticon logo on? I speculated for ages who that could be, and it ended up having like one scene in the film just driving off.
That was a bit of a cop out. Like that was they should have made it into somebody, considering they put a Decepticon symbol in it. So that's too bad.